Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about Virgo in the 7th house. The 7th house is traditionally ruled by Libra, but we're talking about Virgo in the 7th house. So, today we're talking about Virgo in the 7th house, and what it means when we have Virgo in the 7th house in our chart, in our D1 birth chart. So, before we get into that, we need to discuss some housekeeping with you guys. So, before we go on, I'd just like to let you guys know that I have some massive discounts available for my Vedic astrology readings. You can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com for Vedic astrology readings and to learn more about what all I have to offer there is. And then we have my Patreon, patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. There I'm offering support groups, spiritual counseling, life coaching, mentoring, energy work programs, things like that. And yeah, those are very powerful and helpful things that I teach on my Patreon. So, if you're interested, you can go to patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. Okay, so now we'll talk about why do I want to say Libra? Virgo in the 7th house. So what is Virgo? Virgo is basically, Virgo is very critical, very analytical, very intellectual, very, very about the intellect, very, could be very, very educated, very, very, basically all about the intellect. Those people are typically all about their intellect, and about, being critical and analytical. So, when we have Virgo in the 7th house, well, we just talked about what Virgo represents, so let's talk about what the 7th house represents. The 7th house is the house of your marriage, your legal partnerships, your business relationships, your contracts, things like that. And so when we have Virgo in the 7th house, we basically have ourselves a lawyer, someone who is very analytical about their contracts. Could be a contract lawyer, someone who's very, very analytical, very critical, very focused, very intellectual when it comes to relationships and contracts and things like that. So what happens when a Virgo is in the 7th house? It becomes this critical, analytical nature about relationships. And so, someone who has a Virgo in the 7th house will be very, very critical of their spouse. And that might not be so good for the spouse. So, the major lesson for Virgo in the 7th house is to relax. And, you should not be your spouse's boss. If you have to boss your spouse around, it's just not the right relationship for you. Okay? Because Virgos are very, the sign of Virgo is very, it's very bossy. It's very, can be very critical and judgmental and things like that. So, there's this karmic lesson there's this karmic lesson that you need to learn about how to interact with others in a constructive way, and how to get past your perfectionism, and to how to interact with them in a constructive way. Now, you could be very critical of them, but you could do that. You could learn how to do it like in a nice way, where it's like you give constructive criticism. But you can also, with this placement, you could also really tear your spouse to shreds with your words, with your with your communication, with your words. So I would be very careful about that. And so basically, let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else I could say for this placement. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I think that's about it. So we're going to end it here. So once again, if you have not already, please go ahead and check out my website, vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can go there and you can read all about what I have to offer in terms of my Vedic astrology readings. You can also go to patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman, and you can get in on my support groups. The support groups are basically a group of like 5 people, and we all meet for an hour and a half each week and discuss, what's going on with us, and support each other through our difficult emotions and things like that, and really help to encourage each other. And it's a great way to realize that a lot of people are going through similar situations as you, so it's a great way to kind of get that support from them, people who are going through similar things in life. So if you would like that, then you can go to patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman, and I have all of the links down below too. I also offer my individual coaching, mentoring, and spiritual counseling services. Those are available. You can book 1 hour a month with me for like $100, which is a great deal. You can book, you can do like coaching and mentoring with me. You can do the energy work courses as well. So anyway, guys, I will let you guys go. So have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.